Hey everybody, great is his reward. This is Morgan McGee once again. So what do I do with Ezekiel 18 to 24 to 26? Um, doesn't that say that you can lose your salvation if you turn from the path of our Lord? Um, isn't this the isn't this how the Lord treats us? It's pretty dire. Let's see what I can do with it. Ezekiel 18 verses 24 to 26. But when the righteous turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity and doeth according to all the abomination that the wicked man doeth, shall he live? All the righteousness that he hath done shall not be mentioned in his trespass that he has trespassed, and in his sin that he has sinned. In them shall he die. Yet, 25, yet ye say, the way of the Lord is not equal. Hear now, O house of Israel, is not my way equal? Are not your ways unequal? When the righteous man turneth away from his righteousness and committeth iniquity, and dieth in them, for his iniquity that he hath done shall he die. Is this way that spiritual death? Are they talking about spiritual death or physical death? Is this talking about being cast into hell, or death that comes to every man outside of Enoch and Elijah? Can you lose your salvation by turning away from Jehovah? What is the context of Ezekiel 18, 24 through 26? As much as one is served by historical context, it's not necessary for this chapter. The principles stand firm forever. You can go back in time, or you can go forward in time, and they're the same. Uh, However, Jerusalem is going to be sacked. People are going to die and be taken into captivity. Prior to this, talks about three generations of men. A grandfather, a father, and a son. The grandfather did what was right. The father did what was evil. The son returned and did what was right. Um, the father walked in the statutes and the judgments, dealing truthfully. Ezekiel 18:9. The father was given upon usury, and is giving unto uh, every type of evil, uh, to the point where his blood shall be upon him. This is Ezekiel 18:11. Hath given forth usury and taken increase, shall he live? Question mark. He shall not live. He hath done all these abominations. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. The son, the son hath not eaten upon the mountains, hath not lifted up his eyes to the idols of the house, hath not defiled his neighbor's wife, did what was right. Is there anything about the afterlife in this chapter? Is there any hint or allusion? Because there's plenty of concerning the life here and now. He shall not live. He hath done all the abominations. He shall surely die. His blood shall be upon him. Ezekiel 18:11. You remember that from the Father. If a man also lieth with mankind as he does lieth with womankind, both have committed abomination, they shall surely be put to death, and their blood shall be upon them. Leviticus 20:13. Matthew 27:25. And then answered all the people and said, his blood be upon us and our children. Hold on a second. Now, so when dying for his own sins, I thought Yeshua, Jesus, came to save us from the penalty of sin. So Morgan, you say you can lose your salvation? In the next world, no. But in this world, yes. God is in control of our prosperity and health. This is why the law and its association with wisdom brings this blessing. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Proverbs 3:16. So this goes perfectly with James 5:19 through 20. If the wicked will turn from his sins he hath committed, and keep all my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live. He shall not die. That's Ezekiel 18 to 21. James 5:19 through 20. Brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one converts him, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his ways shall save the soul from death, and shall hide a multitude of sins. James was talking about the health. James was talking about the here and now. He was talking about laying on of hands. He was talking about if any of you are sick, call the elders together, laying on of hands. It's not about some distant future. It's not about beyond the curtain. It's about the here and now, about the physical. It's about health. Now I know what you're going to do. You're going to say, no, he's combining both. The Father, the Holy Father, is combining both life, death, salvation, and damnation. Well, if that's the case, then Moses, you didn't, nothing that Moses did before he sinned counted. Before he, before he hit the rock counted. And that's why he died. So nothing he did for those 80 years counted. If that you're going to say that, nor did, and everything Elijah did, in his cowardice, it didn't matter because he was taken away and he didn't die, so he must not have sinned. So that must have been a great gift, having cowered out. If you want to, if you want to combine those together, that's the illusion that you would come to. That Elijah got the better deal than Moses because he didn't die; he was carried away. Now, that's ridiculous. I mean, you combine those two things together. No, no, no. This verse is about health. It's about long life. It's about surviving famine. Uh, the eyes of the Lord are on the righteous to preserve him through famine. Um, and if you want to know more about this, I mean, we have this in our minds that everything has to do with salvation. People, God is the God of the living, not the dead. He's a God of all souls that are right now. He controls everything. If you want to learn more about these wonderful gifts about life, abundant life we have in Yeshua, Jesus Christ, buy my book, Prosperity versus Austerity Doctrine. If you support this message of full assurance, eternal rewards, and yes, reward here for the here and now, buy my book. Uh, as much has been written about crowns and the world to come, very little is actually knowable and known. The promise is here, right now. Life, life more abundantly, health, honor. Those are, entire Psalms are dedicated to that. Entire Proverbs are dedicated to that. You fall all over yourself seeing all the blessings we have, but it takes more faith to believe in the promises here than those in the world to come. And if you believe them here, then you definitely believe them in the world to come. Please, my people, buy my book, Prosperity versus Austerity Doctrine. Thank you and God bless.